Hello everyone, welcome back once again to Varagist HQ. This afternoon I quickly want us to look at two critical areas in this grand ecosystem. One is something that I tag the impact of direct disbursement from the top to the subscribers directly. Lately we've been hearing that they want to disburse, that every data has been inputted into the computer, and that it's like the disbursement is going to be coming from the top to the subscribers. We are going to be looking at that. And another one is the confusion between the Nigerian government body language and what the grant handlers are telling us, and what some subscribers are saying about it. That is the body language of the federal government of Nigeria is saying, and what the grant handlers are telling us, and what the subscribers are actually saying about these two things. Now, let's before I come to that, I'll quickly want us to take the first one, which is the impact of the direct disbursement from the top to the subscribers. Now, when you listen to Pastor Donald Obasi-Okori, his VN, he said because of the Nigerian people's corrupt nature, that is what has been keeping this disbursement delaying. And when you listen to Ambassador Zita yesterday, she said the authorities are trying to sift the shaft from the real seed. When you look at these two things now critically, apart from just the major grant handlers having their own issue as regards to that, or selfish interest as regards to that making the stuff to delay, what do you think that will be the impact, the negative impact to the major subscriber? Or let me say, okay, no, not just negative impact. It has both negative impact and it has positive impact. Now let's look at the positive impact. The positive impact is that your NGO cannot stop you from receiving disbursement in as much as they have submitted your list, your names. They cannot stop you from receiving disbursement. Disbursement, the fund cannot get to their hand and they start calling the shots or start thinking of how they want to siphon the fund to go and distribute to their family members. They won't be able to do that. That is one of the positive impacts. They'll not be able to have any say, provided they have submitted your names, the list they have at hand, to the appropriate authority. They'll not be able to have any authority over that list anymore. So your disbursement is going to come from the top directly. You will receive your full payment without anyone having influence on that amount. Now, the negative impact is this now, which is the area I quickly want to look at, because when you hear Nigerian people's corrupt nature, and when you hear trying to sift the shaft from the seed, what does this really mean? And these IT experts, the IMF IT experts, are collating all this data together, trying to rearrange it, trying to make sure that there is no fraudulent acts involved in the system. Now, remember, there are a lot of people that are subscribed through many NGOs. There are a lot of people, a lot of subscribers that have submitted their names to many NGOs. Some submitted their names to like 3, 4, 5 NGOs. Their names, the full names, the same name, the same account number, the same phone number. Now, what do you think that will happen to these names or this particular kind of person after submitting your name to 5 NGOs and you're expecting to collect money from these 5 NGOs? Do you think with what these IT experts are doing, you'll be able to get the money to collect from these 5 NGOs? Now, let me break it down for you. Most of all these NGOs we subscribe under, all of them have their affiliate to either two major grant handlers, which is either the Sanctuary Wealth Multipurpose Foundation and the TIOBAT, some and the Centrita and Co. Now you submit your name to NGO A. The NGO A submits the list to Sanctuary Wealth Multipurpose. You give your name to NGO B. NGO B also submitted his own list to Sanctuary Wealth Multipurpose. The same NGO C submitted his own list to Sanctuary Wealth Multipurpose. Likewise, like that, they also submitted to Tilbert. At the end of the day, possibly you might end up, instead of collecting money from 5 places, you might be collecting one, because number one, these people are going to put all those names into computer, and computer is going to fish out any double names, any name that appear like 3 times, 2 times, 4 times, and they are going to eliminate all the remaining 3 names, leaving that name with only 1 name left in the computer. So if you are expecting to collect money from 5 NGOs, my brother, you might be ending up collecting money from only one, which is coming from either the Sanctuary Earth Multipurpose, except if you're lucky, your NGO happen to submit your name possibly to either Theobald again, because they might do Theobald list differently, I'm just guessing, they might do Theobald list differently, then do that of Sanctuary Earth Multipurpose Foundation differently. So if you happen to submit, your NGO happen to submit your list to the same Theobald again, these people will put all those lists into check, making sure that no names appear twice, thrice, or 4 times. And if any name appeared like that, they will eliminate like 2 or 3, leaving you with only 1 name. So this is how it will affect the subscribers negatively. So it's not just going to affect only the grant handler or the NGO. It will affect the subscribers too. I want you to look at it critically. So that is just that on that. So except if the traditional way that we were thinking that they are going to make use still appear to be the same, which is disbursing to the NGOs, NGO disbursing to their people. This is the only means you can be getting from every angle you submitted names to. But apart from that, if disbursement is coming from the top, if you are expecting 5, just erase your mind from 5 and be expecting 1, because computer is going to fish out every other duplicated names and eliminate all those duplicated names, leaving your names with only 1. That is that on that angle. Now, this moves us to the second one. The second one, which I tag the confusion between the Nigerian government body language and what the grant handlers are telling us. I mean, their body language towards the disbursement we are expecting. Just of recent, I think if I'm not mistaken, that yesterday or day before yesterday, they roll out this. This is what they said. They say the FG roll out 50K grants for nano businesses in 2025. I'll just read a brief of it, then I'll leave you to it. So that I'll just to point out my point of discussion. Now, they said the federal government of Nigeria has announced the start of a new grant scheme. This provides 50K each to nano and small business owner across the country. This fresh initiative is designed to stimulate economic growth, promote grassroots development, and create employment opportunity for thousands of Nigerians. The program is being implemented through the Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDAN. This is what this message is saying. Now, the confusion now is this. We are expecting one disbursement, and the federal government is rolling out 50K to nano and small scale businesses to cushion their business and to create employment opportunity. Now, a lot of people are asking, if the federal government is rolling out 50K to create employment opportunity, what about the mega disbursement that we are expecting? Why is the government not talking about that one? Rather, they focus on 50K employment opportunity. Some people have called me. A lot of people have raised this question, questioning the authenticity of what we are expecting. So what is happening? So people are asking, if the federal government truly is involved with what we are expecting, if truly they have given out code according to what we are meant to understand based on Reverend Elibo's voice notes, that they have given out code to the international community, or to the IMF boss in the international community, to start rolling out this disbursement. That the only thing that is delaying now is just the Nigerians people's corrupt nature. Now, if the federal government has done that through the CBN or stuff like that? Why is the federal government still rolling out 50K as part of employment opportunity to the Nigerian populace? These are questions that have been asked. So it will be very, very interesting or helpful to the subscribers if our grant handlers, the likes of Sanctuary Wealth Multipurpose Foundation, Apostle Ken Wakama through his secretary, Mr. Simeon Idachaba, and if Theobald through Ambassador Newman can come out and address the people as regards to this, to clear the people, to let them understand that the 50K the government is rolling out is different from what we are expecting. The reason why the federal government is rolling out the 50K is because of this, is because of that. Why the one we are expecting is this. So that at least to make people also to, have more faith in what we are actually expecting. I know there is fund to be dispersed, but the federal government body language is telling us a different thing. Please, we will need a clarity on this aspect. We will need a serious clarity on this aspect, the 50K and what we are expecting. Because it's not like the former one they are planning of rolling out to a 75K to the poor and vulnerable ones in the society, which they are going to be receiving in 3 months space, which is going to be 25K per each month. That is different from this 50K now. That one is totally different from this 50K. This 50K is a direct disbursement for business purposes to create employment, and that one is for the vulnerable one in the society. Why this one is to cushion your business. And now, if this is to cushion your business, what happened to the mega money we are expecting? Please, we need a clarity on this. We need a clarity on this. We are all expecting this disbursement and we pray it comes to reality. But please, our appropriate authority, we need clarity on this. If the likes of the Sanctuary Multipurpose through their secretary, Mr. Simeon Idachaba, can come and address this, we'll be so happy and appreciative. And if the Theobald can come out through Ambassador Newman to address this, we will so much appreciate it. Please, this is our call. A lot of subscribers are asking this question. Why is the federal government rolling out 50K when we are expecting a mega disbursement? That is what I have to say this afternoon. This is Viragist HQ. If you have not subscribed to our channel, do us a favor to subscribe and click on that turbo button for more updates. Thank you and remain blessed.